name is Guillaume Lafragette, and I'm now the new face of Bouchard for Sweden. I've been working, just newly arrived, I've been working with Bouchard for 3 months now, and following the new exciting change in the company. So I'm working as an export manager, and will be taking care of the Northern Europe countries. About Bouchard. So since the 1800s, Bouchard has always been known for the fact that it's a maison. So always the history of Bouchard was built on négoce. So the exciting news arriving is actually coming from the merge with Artemis Domain since 2022, and the fact that basically we are going to focus and orientate the new Bouchard identity will be towards the domain and emblematic wines that we've always worked. We have some of them next to me. So exciting news. I will be for sure back in Sweden to meet you all, guys, and share a glass. So everything started with the original family Bouchard. So the original family was always oriented towards négoce. It was also the period at the time. So never they were not owning the land but selling the wine basically. So the exchange was mainly in between Burgundy and Paris, and then with time. In the 70s, they started buying some iconic plots like the Beaune. A little later, in the 1800s, they will go to the Bourgognes, l'Enfant Jésus, that are now clearly the DNA of the company, and with time also, the company expands, and so buying more and more land in the Côte de Beaune, and a bit in the Côte de Nuit, so in between Meursault, a bit in the Côte de Nuit also. So yes, basically following in the 1800s, more buying of land, basically, strict domain and estates lands, so owned by the family Bouchard. And in 95, the arrival of another family, basically the family Henriot, that decided to buy out the shares of the original Bouchard family, in order to develop. That's clearly the moment where the export management for Bouchard was clearly driven by the family Henriot. So yes, it started to be exported in many countries. We are now present in pretty much all the continents, and still following. And the most exciting news that happened in the past year is that in 2022, Artemis Domain decided to merge with Bouchard Père et Fils, to bring us to another level, and basically focus on the DNA of Bouchard, which is the amazing terroirs that we are working with, and that our head cellar master is working with for more than 20 years now, and basically focus on the land that we own, and the iconic plots that we are lucky enough to be able to make wine from. So starting from the iconic Beaune du Château, through all the premier crus that we own in Beaune, including the Bourgognes de l'Enfant Jésus, going through Savigny, and some amazing Grand Cru in Corton, and also in whites, the beautiful amazing Grand Cru that we have in whites in Puligny-Montrachet, with the Montrachet, La Cabotte, and all the iconic wines that we are doing over there. So I think that nowadays the there's a global idea. I think it's a global change in terms of in the wine world. I think that people are, of course, looking to be able to drink wine that are ready to drink. So I think that the global idea of behind Bouchard and behind now most of the wineries that you find in Burgundy, but also around the world, and I think that every winemaker is trying to follow this trend, is that I think that people are looking for freshness, back to the fruit and the original aromas from the grape, basically. Also the true expression of the terroir. So I would say that yes. So if you look and experience our wines, we can see that there is a clear in the past years. There's a clear change in terms of oakiness. We are trying to reduce the new oak in most of the cuvées that we are making. That's going to give us more fruit, more intensity in terms of aromas. And then globally, yes, it's as Frédéric Weber, our winemaker, is most of the time saying, try to trust the terroir. We are also since 2005 engaged in more biodiversity. So we are turning all the vineyards in bio in 2025. All the estates in terms of own estates will be converted in bio. I think that both the work in the vineyard and the work in the cellar is now to make the wine first more approachable, and then closer to what wine really is, and what people are, what most of the people and what most wine consumers are looking for, which is, I think, the of course the basic fruits, and then the identity of the amazing terroir that we are lucky enough to have in Burgundy. So it is I think that the new question, and most of the time when we are in tastings and everything, the true question now is more like who's not organic. I think that organic is the new. For a long time, the norm was classical farming, as we can say, and I think that thanks to few first pioneers that had the strength to say, okay, I'm going to invest a little more in the vineyards, and because it's never cheap, right? It's also business wise a bit more expensive. You need to be more present in the vines. You need to have teams that know what they are doing and spend clearly more time in the vineyards. The real and true changes that we'll see is first, I think nowadays, the change in terms of the quality. It's also following what we were saying before. People are looking for fruitiness and intensity in the wines, thanks to the organic and the fact that Bouchard is not alone in this démarche. A lot of Burgundian producers are now facing the challenge of going organic, because clearly there's a difference in what you taste, but there's also a clear difference in the vineyard management and also in the cellar. It's I think that when you walk into Burgundy right now, I think that's something that you can actually see and testify. 20 years ago, you went to Burgundy, there was not so many grass in the middle of the vines. The biodiversity has always been there, but the thing with the organic farming is trying to get the best from what nature gives us. So, for example, if you, for example, follow us on Instagram, what we try to do today is to promote also new kinds of work. So I was talking about the fact that we need new people in the vineyards and in the vineyard management team. We have nowadays some people that are helping us developing, as I said, biodiversity in order to compete with the vines and to bring new typicity to the terroir, the Burgundian terroir. So, for example, the latest thing that we did in terms of organic is organicity or biodiversity is planting a lot of new trees all along the vineyard. So there's more than 400 trees that have been planted around the iconic terroir that we have in the Clos de la Mousse, in the Clos Saint-Landry. Some stuff that our vineyard management are really also excited to work with, because those are the people that take care of the land, that produce what we drink, and for them to see them excited about those new way of working is amazing, because when they taste the wine, they are the ones that are going to be able to feel the difference, and yes, I think it's fascinating. It's a new way of working, and I think it's going well with everything that's happening now. We have some amazing changes in terms of climate right now. We've all heard about the frost. We've all seen the picture of Burgundy. Of course, most of the time it's beautiful. We see the candles and everything, but for those guys, when they are actually spending the night and lighting up the candles and everything, it's true work, and it's true also. It's true dedication. You need to. They need to perform in order for you guys and for me to enjoy the wines from the estate. So it's organic. The fact that the estate is already organic, but now in 2025 is going to have the recognition of all this work. I think that's first a chance, and then it's also a thing to follow, because in the next years with those organic farming techniques, it will also help us to face the challenges that we have right now in terms of climate. And that's I think the biggest challenge in the past years was clearly that, because it took us, it started in 2005 and it's going to be finished in 2025. So that's why it's a long journey. We had, after we were lucky enough to have some terroir like Clos de la Mousse, Clos Saint-Landry, so some clos that are completely isolated from the rest of the terroir. So in terms of tryouts of all those techniques, being able to have those plots, it's amazing. I would go. I'm a huge wine lover, and I'm currently in my I love red wine right now. It's I have periods, sometimes it's very white oriented, sometimes it's red. I'm lucky enough to drink them all year long, so I taste them quite often. But yes, I would go. There's a good chance that I would go with the Corton, and I was very impressed with the 17 vintage. That is for me one of the in the last years, one of the clearest vintage that we developed. The Corton terroir is an amazing terroir. We are in high elevation, more than 300 meters. Typical Burgundian soil, and the chance that we have in this beautiful parcel that is a Corton and Le Corton parcel is that we are on an eastern orientation, which again facing the challenges that we had in the past years, and the fact that the temperature, it's true, is clearly rising. This parcel benefits only from the I would say the good light now, so the morning lights and a bit of the afternoon, but around 4-5 it's in the shade. So we have for me a clear expression of what a Grand Cru in red, what a Pinot Noir can give in one of the most beautiful terroirs of the world. And 17 was a great year. It's full of minerality and expression. Again, I think that the future is toward the intensity and the fact that the wine needs to be clear. Always put the foot forward. Never try to hide what the reality of a wine is. I think that Le Grand Cru, Le Corton on 17 could be an amazing choice, even though there's a lot of other stuff to taste at Bouchard.